Hong Kong.
Hi everyone. Good
Hi, hi,
afternoon.
hi. This both of them are familiar with all the Indonesian participant of our work because Chapman joining us for uh, judges and Celine as well.
Very
And
likely, I will see you guys again this year.
Yes,
yeah, thank you.
absolutely.
And Kenneth, this familiar face from Singapore, chairman of CCS Singapore.
Hey, nice to
Okay,
meet
yeah. Thank you, Kenneth, for joining us. Uh, so we have four of us will discuss about the transformation of contact center to be profit center. I think this is become an issue for all the contact center, how to make money from the contact center. Yeah. So let's become formal. Maybe I can give opportunity for each my speaker to 1 or 2 minutes to give overview about the topic and introduce themselves as well. So let's start first with ladies first, I think, yeah.
Always ladies
Okay,
first. Okay, cool.
ladies
Okay,
first.
okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. So nice to be on this panel discussing this very hot topic. We know that contact centers in the past, every company, having to set up contact centers, CX centers now we call them, is always a challenge because companies may see or management may see that it's a cost center when actually there's so much more to it. There's so much importance in the function. But okay, just a quick introduction of myself. My name is Celine Chan. I'm based in Kuala Lumpur. I work for a BPO, Transcosmos, and I'm the Regional Client Success Director for APAC. I've been in BPO for a very, very long time. So it's in my blood. Yeah.
I see. Thank
Yeah.
you, Celine.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
anyway, just to check with you because you are working for BPO, is it mean that majority of your client now is in Malaysia is profit center or still cost something like that?
Yeah.
Just
So yeah, so I look after the region, so Asia Pacific. So I have all my clients in all the ASEAN region, okay, the Southeast Asia. So this includes handle the Singapore market, Malaysia market, China market, Japan market, all that. Okay, anyway, all of them actually want us to be a profit center, and that's why I say it's a very important topic. It starts off with being a cost center. Okay, but everyone says, okay, now what more can you do? What more can you do? That's the question that they always give to us. Mm.
challenge, yeah. They keep challenge the BPO to
Yes,
doing something to make profit for them, yeah.
yes, always, yeah. And that's the advantage they have when they do outsourcing because they can challenge them.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's me move to Chapman. So, uh, go
Thank
ahead.
you, thank you, Pai Andy. Yes, it is also in my career. I try to transform the contact center from the cost center to a profit center. And I think in the past 20 years, or when I actually generate more profit is through the telemarketing. But we all can experience or understand it's so challenging right now to outreach to our customer through voice. So I think today maybe we can talk a little bit more how we can blend the inbound and outbound, or more exactly, how we can capture the inbound opportunities to sell more or to promote more so
I
that
see.
we can overcome the low contact rate issue. So I would say a pure telemarketing operation now is almost impossible. Then
I,
how we can transform from inbound to outbound and then outbound to a omni-channel kind of service to sales approach. I think that will be an interesting topic we can discuss today.
It's a progress.
with your background, I think your background in the insurance company.
Yep.
So how is the insurance company in Hong Kong to capture this profit center?
I think right now in Hong Kong or in other markets under FWD. By the way, I work for FWD.
Yeah,
So
that's
Indonesia,
fine.
we also have an operation there.
Yeah.
But if we purely do outbound, the contact rate because of the call blocking apps or some of the customer behavior, we
Mm.
reach a very low customer contact rate. Even we do a lot of propensity modeling. We try to predict how likely they will pick up the call, but
I see.
still very challenging.
I
So
see.
I would say we are trying to reach out through digital means because digital means like EDM, MMS, app push is less intrusive. And then we need to do a lot of impression to show up so many times in order for them to click the button, WhatsApp me or click to call to me. Then
I
we capture those moments and then we try to do more selling. So I think that is the approach we are doing. Combine the propensity modeling to predict who is more likely to buy this product, and then keep giving them opportunities to reach us inbound or through WhatsApp or full line. Then we build a report and do the purchase journey over there. So that is what I'm working on right now.
Okay, okay. I'll back to you later about that. So
Thank
let
you.
me give opportunity to Kenneth to introduce and opinion about Singapore contact center. Go ahead.
Yeah, so nice to meet everyone. So Kenneth from Contact Center Association of Singapore, right? I guess I think I've been a familiar face for some of you as I was judging in the space, right? I think if you look at it, I come a little bit more from the technology space, across all the various vendors that I've actually been in and more in the technology, or rather technology forefront. So I give you a little bit more of the insights in terms of where we always talk about people, process, and technology, right? Really, in terms of how you bring value. Because I think back to this topic over here, we have always been talking about cost center versus profit center. The moment you're being challenged on that is because you have not managed to actually message the value you bring to the organization. So the whole idea, if we look at it in as we look at the value, looking at transformation into a value center, I think Shaw was saying, right, where you actually show value as from an operations productivity side of it, drive business insights, be at the forefront of transformation. Because if I look at it, having worked with the customers as well in terms of the contact center operations, the customer service centers and all, they are the most agile team to respond to changes, to challenges and impact, because everyone, every call, every minute that you have to think on your toes. So your flexibility is there, and that is the value that you bring to the organization, and you should actually be amplifying. So
I see.
yeah, and if I reflect around what the Singapore lens and all is, as I actually look at the region, because in my day job, I'm from Microsoft. I lead the motions around AI, right? So I get the nice toys to play around with right now as we look at the new markets and all across Copilot as well as security. But more importantly, it's really about in the Singapore market, that I would say the maturity, but that journey that the organizations are moving into is looking at where AI comes in to help organizations, and not AI to replace agents, for example. It's really the augmentation. And again, if you're able to do that, and in this market that we are seeing the traction, it allows you to actually amplify your value and move faster in value. Now, I think, yeah.
Okay. How do you think that the uh, AI can help them to grow in the profit center?
Okay, now, so I think I'll probably put one first question that's perhaps in everyone's mind first,
Yeah,
right? There's always this question: is AI here to replace me as an agent? Because there seems to be this bot, this AI that knows everything even faster and better than me, and even give more articulate answers, right?
yeah,
The answer is actually honestly no, right? So again, I will share with the team as well as what one of what we call the word trend report, word trend index report, that's actually published annually, right? That actually does in terms of where the work landscape is.
I see.
Perhaps I didn't tell the team yet. You can try to poll and all, but do you know that there is a hidden talent shortage within the customer service industry?
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
and it is as high as 57% of the customer service leaders have concerns that they are not able to recruit the correct talent,
I
even
see.
in the space of AI. Now,
Okay.
yeah.
How about the Celine? I mean that because you are in BPO, I think it's challenge for you as well to recruit people to make a sales. Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
Kenneth, you're right, absolutely right. Trying to recruit talent, yeah, in this AI, especially talent who is well versed in the AI space, is very rare. Why in this region is because I think maybe our market is not so matured, or our
mm,
people have not accepted, and sometimes it's also the mentality, yeah, of how companies have accepted AI. Every company, every client of ours, every company that I've seen and met agree that AI is so important in all our contact centers, right? Right? Implementing AI in CX. Yeah. Chapman, I see you nodding, Kenneth, right? In Singapore, and it regardless whether it's Hong Kong, China, anywhere in Asia, this is the buzzword. And look at China. China is so ahead in terms of AI development. But do
I
we have enough talent? I also don't think so. Yeah. And you were saying,
Yeah, how about Chapman? Yeah, because he's I mean that end user, yeah, become
mm,
the
ah,
directly to insurance company because majority insurance I think doing sales something. So how about what do you think about this?
You're exactly right, Park. In fact, for insurance, we mostly base on relationship to
Mm,
sell. So it's more like a relationship selling. And I'm not sure until when we can build a relationship between the avatar and our client. So it will be quite challenging, I would
yeah.
expect. So depends on product. If we are going to sell, for example, iPhone, I think that will be easier. But if
Mm,
we are going to sell something a little bit different, we need to have a long-term relationship, the rapport, or throughout the journey, there will be a lot of different types of questions. I will say human being, our agent, still the most valuable and appropriate resources that we should invest in.
yeah,
But AI definitely can help our agent to sell.
yeah.
So we are not replacing our agent, but more
And
adopt AI approach or AI assists for our agent to sell better.
okay. Back to Celine. I mean that how many percentage of yeah, I mean that if you have a figure the number of how many percentage of usage of AI in your contact center, I mean that combined with agent and AI.
mm,
Do you have something?
yeah, I don't have the percentage because we're quite we got many programs, okay,
Okay,
many
yeah, yeah.
clients, so it's a bit difficult to judge. But Chapman, I want to take your point on the relationship, how we use AI, relationship, the selling bit, right? You know, how is AI bots able to make the relationship? I give you an example because we have as a user, okay, e-commerce user, I want to return a item that was incomplete, but the chatbot is made for this e-commerce platform is not matured enough yet, yeah,
Yes.
to answer, right? And I think many times we have faced this. Then when the relationship is bad because we get so frustrated, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, and the chatbot is very clever to avoid you from passing you to the human agent, correct?
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
idea. Then it becomes frustrating.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
how to sell, how to make it profitable, you know? Yeah.
okay, maybe Kenneth can answer
Okay.
this because because he's working with Microsoft and how yeah maybe it's not only Microsoft yeah but point of view of how to grow with this one with technology. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm actually on this term that I've actually been talking to some of the customers recently, is that think of AI as the tool to augment your agent. I think like what Chapman and Celine has actually mentioned. That's number one, to
Mm,
actually increase your productivity and speed and accuracy. The next thing you should be looking at is imagine having AI agents for your agents. Now, bit of a tongue twister, But think of it, when you actually kind of master the art that you have an AI agent for your agent, think of it from a process angle that you actually augment and all. Think of it from a knowledge angle from there. Think of an angle from analysis and insight from there. Now, if I kind of twist it around and go back to what Chapman has kind of mentioned, if I have a service agent bot for insurance, and particularly your insurance sellers, if you have a random customer like Kenneth who come and come to you and kind of say, give me an overview of all my investments and all that I actually have, what is my gap in terms of coverage, and what's the top up I'm looking at with a retirement age of 55. Now, your seller or your insurance seller will perhaps take a while to understand and pull the data out. But when you actually have an AI agent to help, is where they can give you the insights and all, analyze and do your propensity and give your answer even at, I wouldn't say in seconds, right? That you can actually help. Now, the relationship is still there between the customer and the insurance agent, but the knowledge is now at the fingertips, right, from there. So I think if we look at it, the moment you can move that fast, back to the topic that we are on, productivity, value, and cost center versus cost center, right? You now all of a sudden change the conversations that you're uplifting value, you're automatically a profit center.
I see. I mean that some people thinking about the investment of AI for this make it profit. So they worry about whether this is make it profit or this is just a cost, because investment of AI itself is not only cheap for them. So what do you think,
I
Kenny?
will always say this thing, right? And I think Celine could probably know the numbers better than me. When you actually operate a BPO, or rather a call center, like your in-house call center, for example, FWD, human cost versus technology cost is perhaps 80 to 20. 80% on human manpower and 20% in terms of technology. Now, so actually flip around and say, is my cost of investment more on the technology side versus manpower, right? Then you really see it in terms of the value. You see in terms of where the differentiation is going to be, right? Because you pivot it. Now, if my investment in tech can help offload and actually save time, bring value, and achieve KPI, it gives you your scaling mechanism. And I wouldn't say this, although I'm from a technology world, whatever you're investing in is compute. So the brain power and the processing power, it's something that you can scale up and scale down, number one. And it's again up to the speed of where you want to get to, or rather the scale. So your investment, if you look at it, technology has moved into, I would say, consumerization, right? That's now becoming much easier to access technology, right? And from there, and again, you can experiment. So there's no need to actually jump straight into the ocean. You can still take a dip in the pool.
I see. So back to Chapman, because whether your contact center utilize AI agent to help agent to relationship, or how the strategy for you to utilize technology for your relationship, because in insurance industry. Go ahead.
We actually build we call AI discovery. So through a simple survey or some proxy of data features, we can kind of understand what is the protection or insurance gap of our customer. And based on those findings, our agent can very specifically address their insurance needs, which is very helpful. But to be honest, in practice, my challenge is no one want to do that kind of survey. The clients know whenever I try to do this kind of survey, you're going to sell me something, right? That's why the relations comes in again. So we need to have our agent, our salesperson, have good relationship with the client, so they are willing to open up to fill in the survey, so we can more accurately predict what insurance they need, or which product they need, and then we can do it professionally. So I really appreciate that kind of AI tools, and we come into very low end. How we encourage them to do the survey is a few $100 supermarket coupon. So it's not AI. It's not AI.
But do you think with the current condition of economic, still there is opportunity to grow for your industries?
Oh, we have to grow So
We have to
different
had no
company
choice.
at
Yeah.
different stage, but my company is in a very rapid growth stage.
I
We
see.
need to grow maybe double a year. So we
I see.
need to find way
Yeah.
to scale up. And the AI support, we can save some costs. At least our investment may not be proportionally according to
Right.
our growth. So that's significant.
Okay. Back to Celine, because implementing of the AI chatbot and also, and of course, saving money for you, but of course, not only saving, but need to go for how to make profit from them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So uh, I'm look so telemarketing, it's very obvious that you have to be profitable. Okay. There's an ROI, there's a standard ROI.
Yeah.
So the challenge is when it comes to support side, yeah, the support contact centers. So for our challenge for this is actually it's not a challenge. Now it's actually a requirement. Yeah,
Ah,
it's a BAU now, you know. You don't
yeah.
you cannot be a cost center. And how we
Right.
now do it is this is we use AI, and how we use AI is we empower the agents first, the advisors, yeah, with a knowledge base. And like Kenneth, what you said about an AI agent for the agent, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine if as an agent, I have everything that has been searched for me, the profile, yeah, the buying power of this person, the history. I can solve your problem. First, I know you got also other maybe purchases online, let's say for an e-commerce site, okay? And I say, okay, you have got this problem, okay, I solved this you for you now, but hey, you've got these three other purchases coming. Yeah, I will make sure that these three purchases, the merchants are your timeline for your delivery is done this way. And I'm able to answer because the chatbot has given me that power and that knowledge. Can you imagine the loyalty that I've bought with the customer? Definitely it will result in profit. I guarantee. And in Philippines, they call this emotion and this having care, a malasakit in the word malasakit. Yeah, malasakit for your customers. And I
I,
love it. Yeah.
yeah. And a challenge for BPO because you need to make sure that your client have to create something. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. So this way, we then tell our clients that, hey, this is the ROI. You pay us this much, but we're going to generate this much ROI
Yeah.
for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Since Kenneth want to leave by 2 p.m. Jakarta time and 3 p.m. Singapore, so I need to have his opinion further or summary about this thinking about the transformation of contact center to be profit center. Go ahead.
Yeah, so much as I would like to send my AI over there and attend the call, unfortunately, it's all numbers and all plus strategy planning, so I couldn't be fully joining this whole session, right? But happy to actually take on questions and all along the way, just ping me. I guess I think back to where I sum up, right? In this space of where you talk about profit center versus cost center, it has
Mm,
always been you're doing it with what data assets you have, what infrastructure, and your pool of addressable market that you actually have. But where you actually have right now, and in this moment of change, is actually where you have now a technology tool that's highly accessible for you to actually dive deeper in insights in terms of planning, right? You'll be surprised in terms of what they could help you find versus what you think you actually have it over here. I tell you, I've been actually playing around with all those pivots and everything, but all of a sudden right now, I just click there, give me all the data insights. In less than 1 minute, I get more information than how I will actually kind of figure out in probably 2 hours in terms of data analysis, right? So
yes.
use that now as your transformation tool that give you your fuel in terms of moving your centers into a value and a profit center, right?
Yeah.
I think look at that again is to capture the moment. While you say that, while you save in terms of time and productivity and increase productivity at this point in time, it gives you the ability to grow more, right?
I
So again, I wouldn't say that uh, you squeeze more out of the agents, but you now look at where you can segment, right? That the higher value roles on jobs are now passed on to your agents that they could actually do more. Assisted again, I think, to the methodology, or rather the ideology we're talking about, agents for agents, right?
Yeah.
From that. So think of it as, again, tools that helps the organizational transform. Now,
Okay. Can I you mentioned about the AI analytic, but any in Singapore itself, of course, costing of contact center is very high in Singapore, yeah. So any other strategy beside the implementation of technology you
uh,
you assist? Yeah,
so
go
okay,
ahead.
actually interesting, as I actually went through the judging process with the Singapore team last year, right?
Yeah,
uh, the top projects and all that they were actually featuring to us, not just because I came from a technology space,
yeah,
but they're telling us that, okay, now I'm actually testing out AI for my agents and
I
giving
see.
them empowerment over there to actually find out more, and they're showing more insights and all, right?
I see.
The next thing again is where they're looking at its adoption and change management.
I
Change
see.
is the most difficult thing. Technology you can buy. I can
Yeah,
buy the fastest car, but if I have a driver that doesn't know how to speed, I'll never reach the max capacity and the speed limit. So again, to the point of your change management, I think that change management and adoption of technology, or adoption of change,
mm,
basically is also one of the most important critical success factor. Now,
oh,
and one thing I want to also highlight as I actually work with, as I actually look at in terms of the market over here, right? Singapore and ASEAN, buying is one thing, implementing is the other.
mm,
Do adoption change management at the kick of the project is the next. But the most difficult thing is sustaining it in terms of your usage. And actually, I think where I'm coming from is really from the hype of what we are all talking about, or be it technology, or be it transformation, or business process change, or process optimization within your organization, and making it a habit. That movement right now is the hardest thing.
I
Humans
see.
at certain point of time are resistant to change, but you need to change their mental model, right?
I
And they
see.
to sustain.
And the last question is, do you think the company buy or just you use it? I mean that they buy, they make a changes, modify, or they just use as what provider provided?
I think if you look at it, there's few schools of thoughts, right? If you want speed, you want to get fast, you want to understand the math, you can buy what's off the shelf, what's already available, predefined, integrated, and everything. That gives you a split. It gives you your continuous R&D cycle that's provided by your vendor. Again, there's also the other one. There's the build versus buy. So the ones
I
who
see.
say, I want to actually have that in my own industry specific, my own lingo and my own training that I need, right? So again, there is that option. Now, in both options right now, if you look at it, it's very much usage based or rather consumption based. So it allows you to actually have a flexibility of both. Because at the end of the day, for example, if let's say now all four of us are actually in the same organization, right? Chapman run the operation side of it. Celine runs in terms of, sorry, let me reverse. Celine runs the operation side of it from a BPO angle. Chapman runs the revenue side of it from a business and growth angle. You run the strategy and the execution and comms, and I come
Yeah.
in the technology portion, right?
Okay.
What I need from a strategy angle, for example, in terms of go-to-market and all, I need the analysis inside. I need the success factor. I need to actually drive the usage and everything from there. But for Chapman, he actually needs a different board, short of saying a different AI agent, the different use cases over there. So now the thing is really looking at, for even each one of that various divisions, look at what works best for you. Again, sometimes you might end up having both, right? From there, but having a kickstart in terms of embracing that change. Yeah.
Thank you, Kenneth, because I think it's time for you
I need,
to leave. Yeah, right.
but
Okay.
as
Thank you. See
topic
you
is
next for the next little talk. Yeah.
okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kenneth. See you soon.
Bye, Kenneth.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Kenneth just give yeah their point of view about this. So let's move on. I mean that because we are talking about the profit center, it means that we drive value. So actually, we can do cross-selling, upselling, but what value we can give actually in contact center? Chapman, you want to go first?
I would say we can have some kind of a big vision on how
Mm,
much profit our contact center can contribute to the organization. In the past 10, 20 years, during all the judging process, I realized once the contact center commit to generate profit, they
mm,
usually become the biggest branch or the biggest region contributing the revenue.
I see.
So be bold or have a big vision, how much you can contribute. And then based on that target or based on that objective, you actually review all the journeys, all the contacts you have, all the resources you have, and then try to map out what is the best approach, what is the best time, who are the best people to make the sales. And then
But
do step by step, you can generate and become the biggest contributor to your organization.
Chapman, with sometimes when we are trying to generate revenue in contact center, we have reluctant from sales team itself
True, true.
because they don't want to what is the yeah
Yeah, I,
high
I,
of
I,
market
I
share.
can, I can understand. When we interview to recruit servicing agent, we
Yeah,
want them to be helpful, right?
yeah,
When we do selling, sometimes inevitably we need a large push, a little bit pushy. So it's kind of a conflict. So either I think before in Philippines, there a team of 200 inbound agent. I
mm,
do a psychology test to
yeah,
them to find out who are the achiever from
I
these
see.
200 agents and then train them and then motivate them in terms
Yeah,
of remuneration as well, money.
yeah,
So they are more accepted to become the sales agent. Then I give them the sales target.
I
So
see.
we may not be able to change everyone. So
Mm,
we may only pick some of them. And when we expand, we may need to recruit new people to
I
do
see.
selling.
Okay,
So that is my I would say more practical approach.
I see. How
Yeah.
about Celine?
First, your question on what is the value. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what? I'm going to say the greatest value that the contact center, and I'm biased, okay, brings to a company is the people. Because when you start in the contact center and you start fresh out of school, you know how much you learn. You
Mm,
approach the customer, you learn technology, you learn the product, you learn the skills. So for the
yeah,
company, if they are able to keep the team motivated, continue like Chapman, what you say, provide incentives, good people, good agents, yeah, will stay long, number one, despite the misnomer about agents, contact center, there's a lot of high turnover and all that, kan? But if we are able to motivate them, if we are able to recognize their skill set, okay, we are able to continue to develop them.
I
I
see.
think this is the value that will come out from the contact center, and they grow to other other positions. To be strategists, they know what the market needs. They faced it. Yeah, they
Yeah,
face the problems. Most importantly, correct,
yeah.
Chapman?
And do you think this similar with Chapman that you need to motivate people with financial reward to motivate them to sales or other reward program is working for you?
Yeah. Well, in BPO, okay, so we are paid by our clients, okay? So 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 we do need the incentives from the client. So sometimes not as easy as in-house. Yeah, Chapman, right? I think you understand that that's the differences. However, we need to be creative. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, people, that's why in BPO we have a lot of engagement activities. Our career planning is very important. Yeah, how we talk to our agents, how we treat our agents, the facilities are very important. And I found that this is common no matter where in Asia Pacific, even globally. Yeah.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. Before we continue,
Mm.
is it good for us to ask participant to ask question?
Oh,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. Go ahead. If you have something in mind to ask both Celine and Chapman, go ahead. Or you still preparing? Just raise a hand and we can open mic for you to speak. Okay. If not, I'll continue the
So we
question.
have someone, Pak
Oh,
Andi, we have
okay.
Sudibyo.
Oh, Pak Sudibyo. Yeah, go ahead, Pak Sudibyo.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you for all the speakers and I consider as a profitable contact center and for call center it's just like playing a football. So in terms of profitable, I can categorize two sections. One is tangible and the other is intangible. Like playing football, someone have to defend the goal, right? And some part of them kicking the ball to make a goal. In call center, in the contact center, the analogy is like you know the one that protecting the company for unsatisfied customer and so on to retain the customer. I call it this intangible because you cannot measure the value, the exact value of the profit of the contact center. But the other side is the one that make telemarketing, sales, and so on. It's more clear to how many goals that you make, right? So based on those two point of view, combined again with another challenge, for example, how many channels interaction that you have to handle, because I feel that the customer, if you for the telemarketing, to make a telesales direct call and so on is very hard. The success rate is, I think, is very
Yeah.
small. You have to engage another channel, either social media and so on. And
But
my question
can
for
yeah,
Celine,
yeah.
this
Okay,
is
go
a
ahead.
question,
Question.
especially for the BPO,
Mm.
how you engage the customer to make a profitable, because you have to engage many division part of the customer, not only maybe the marketing side, the product side, and so on. Okay, I
Yeah.
think that's a question and some of my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Pak Sudibyo. I think that's our question actually. How synergize with others department to support your to become profit center because not easy to you need to have some resources. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Celine and Chapman. Celine first.
Okay. So I think whether I think in-house or BPO, this is the same challenge that we have. Yeah. For us, slightly easier, I think, because our stakeholder will be the head of CX who's looking at outsourcing, right? But we will provide the information for the CX stakeholder to convince all the other stakeholders like marketing, yeah, sales, product. Okay. So what we've done is this when we convince them in terms of what we need, we've got the
Mm,
experience because the difference and slightly easier in BPO is because we have the experience of all the other other clients, although we cannot reveal the client, okay? We cannot reveal specifically the product, but we have got the general information. We have got the experience to tell the client, okay, in the past, if you do this, this is wrong. You need to get your marketing to be able to do this kind of brand building. To do brand building, maybe we can work with our outbound sales team to do this. But you need your database. Maybe for insurance, we need the banca assurance department to be able to support. So it requires, the best thing is really requires experience. Yeah. And the advantage we have is we have the experience from and subject matter experts from all other industries in our BPO. Yeah, and we also have subject matter experts from all the other countries to provide us this kind of knowledge to be able to justify to the client.
I
Yeah.
see.
Mm.
This is because you are coming from several BPO before, so this is
Yes.
similar to all BPO?
Yes, it is actually.
Okay.
And that is actually what, you know what, Pak Andi, this is
Yeah.
best practice. And because
Okay.
I've gone through the several BPOs, whether it's local, whether it's global,
Multinational.
whether it's European, okay,
Okay.
actually has got this foundation. Yes.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Celine. Okay. Back to Chapman. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Actually, I totally agree with you. Different team actually play different role. In the
I see.
contact center, you can start with helping on the lead generation. So in the purchase journey, the lead generation actually is so important.
Yeah.
If you think your contact center is not ready for doing or the closing the sale upfront, you can generate valuable leads to the front line to close the sale. And you can calculate how much incentive you can get and then remunerate or motivate your contact center agent. So this kind of lead generation is not difficult. No matter it's a WhatsApp product brochure sent out and then followed by the sales team, or if it can be a direct call transfer, or even appointment you can make for the sales team. They really, really appreciate and more than happy to share their commission with you. So different team can play different role. As long as you pick the right spot in the purchase journey, you can contribute. Yeah, that is my view.
Andi,
Okay.
we have also another question on the chat group.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Wow, Elias, yeah, from New Zealand. Welcome, yeah, Elias, for joining us. Yeah, your turn next for to be moderator. Yeah, yeah. Let me read this question. We need to understand that if we only consider it as a call center, then we are incentivizing the agent to meet KPI. What is the idea on how we balance KPI with creating great CX and profit? Wow. So this is a good question. This is operational, yeah, because sometimes we need to control the cost, yeah, to operating the because the percentage of the success rate in contact center sometimes is very low, yeah, very low, yeah. So, what do you think, Celine, about this?
actually, over the years, okay, I remember a lot of clients, they used to use AHT as one of the KPIs.
Yeah,
Nowadays, less and less companies use AHT because they want, they find that if AHT is a KPI, people rush to the call, CX becomes not as becomes secondary. Okay.
yeah,
But nowadays, companies now don't use that. However, they're very smart when they outsource, yeah, because they pay us by productivity, for example, yeah, but by call some clients. So
yeah,
the longer the AHT, the less our revenue from
yeah,
the BPO. Okay,
yeah.
but what we have learned is by using technology, providing agents with sufficient knowledge, AI knowledge, yeah, AI provides them the knowledge. They are able to shorten AHT because they are a bit more precise. They
I
have
see.
got more knowledge on their hands. They have more information. With more information, they are able to address the clients. They don't have to ask so many because they can see. And by the way, this actually improves customer experience because the customer will say, "Oh, you know me. Yeah, you know me, you know my history. I don't have to explain to you the whole long story again." And
Yeah,
with that, DX is even better. That's my experience,
I
Chapman.
see. How about Japan? Yeah,
For me, I would say if you can understand or define this hotline operation is more for servicing or more for sales.
I
If it
see.
is more for sales, definitely the revenue target become critical. If
Target,
it
yeah.
is really more for servicing, I would say yes. If we do a lot of selling or the compliance script, then will jack up or increase the length of the call. That
Yeah,
will affect the service level, which is not good at the end.
yeah,
So if you position your hotline operation is more for servicing, I think we kind of going back to the lead generation. All the closing or the pitch will be done by the sales team, which is not their own team. And if it is really busy, if the service level is not good for a few weeks or a few months, no time to make an appointment, you can
mm,
consider based on the call outcome and then pull those data, do some data analytics on them, and then you
yeah,
push the WhatsApp, push the SMS, MMS to them, to the client, so they may generate some inbound sales for the sales team. So it
okay,
depends how you position your operation and what are the core KPI. I would say it would be very, very difficult to combine both service and sales KPI into one team, and they will be always conflicting to each other.
I see. In terms of the sales, sometimes you need the data from the customer. So any problem with data protection for the in your country?
Definitely,
Yeah, data protection of
we
customer
need
who,
we need that data protection, no matter is your in-house customer data or
mm,
your partners' data.
yeah, I
So
see.
always we want to apply propensity modeling, and which require a lot of data points.
Mm,
And but what we need to know is not exactly all the data points. We just need to know the propensity score. We just need to know what is the top 10%, top 5%
I
who are
see.
more likely to buy. Then we
Mm,
don't need to know all the data points, how frequent they buy, how much they buy. We
I
just need to
see.
know that is the high likely segment that we can focus to target it. That's
I
good
see.
enough. So we don't need the personal data. Better to
Okay.
depersonalize that.
So it's mean that to going for profit center, it's the strategy is analyzing about the prospect, about analyzing about the customer itself, what they need, and we are segmented for the certain level of the uh,
That is the
yeah.
step one.
Okay,
I would say is equally important.
I
Your
see.
data capability and your people management capability, they
I
are
see.
equally important. No
Okay,
matter how good you manage the people, if we don't analyze the data, don't do the segmentation, I would say it's still less productive or not efficient at all.
I see. We already 3 point of this one. We're talking about the EI to help. We are talking about the data, people, how to motivate people to make selling. Any others factor that impact in how to make profit for the contact center? Sally, go ahead.
Mm. I think training and people development, I think is very key. Changing people's mindset. Yeah, our team's mindset is very important. And yes, we use incentive to try and help them, yeah, to do this, to achieve the targets. However, I feel learning and development, L&D, training in contact centers are very important in terms of how to change our mindset. Yeah, like the earlier model I said about a client that we have, a project that we did, and now we run this across for all our projects. The first
I
thing
see.
is telling our agents to care. When they
I see.
care, branding it translates to branding, loyalty for the brand. And by the way, we're doing many brands, yeah, many clients, right? So it's not just one brand. So we have to change and evolve our training according to that brand and to the service, whether it's a service or a product. It's different. And when you change the mindset, and by the way, I will be very honest, it will not, you won't achieve 100%. Not everybody will buy it, correct?
I see.
Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of people. But, as long as we have like 30%, it will slowly grow to 50% of the team. Then it will grow, it will grow. Yeah, it will grow, and the feeling is there, the mentality is there, the mindset is there. And you know what? It does really adjust to it does result in profitability for our
I
client.
I
And
see.
they appreciate it. Yeah.
When you're talking about the training and learning,
Mm.
how long uh, for a year need for agent to be trained? In ideal, I mean that how many days do you think?
Okay. This one not upfront training. It is
I
just
see.
okay. Of course, when
Continuous training.
induction, yeah, it's continuous. Yeah, not
Yeah,
only continuous. There's coaching when we do QA.
see.
When we hear, you can feel that this agent, is tidak apa. Or
Okay.
or the agent is very passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a big difference, and there's always continuous development, because after
Yeah.
all, it's very hard to hire agents. Yeah, nowadays not many agents want to work with
Yeah.
AI. Yeah, so for us, we want to develop everyone,
Yeah.
and we do that. Yeah.
But sometimes BPO
Mm.
is very difficult to get approval of additional cost for learning and development for people. So how do you manage?
Oh, we find that a lot of our clients who are serious about CX, yeah, are changing their mindset on this as well. So that's good. But there's always the exception, but that's okay. We find ways during the lunch break, 10 minutes here, we have coaching, yeah. We have
Okay.
COPC, we involve them in COPC, and it's an investment of the company, and we do a lot of that in our agents. The client doesn't pay, but it doesn't matter. We want we want our team to develop and grow, and somehow the clients do change their mind. I'm proud to say that they do.
Need process yeah to get approval yeah. How
Process
about the
time.
Chapman? Yeah. Yeah. How?
I would say if right now your contact center still mostly doing servicing, consider yourself as a cost center, I
Yeah.
will believe you may not be able to meet your senior management like the CEO very often. Even you meet with them, you usually talk about how quickly you pick up the call, what is the VOC NPS, and how
Yeah.
you handle those complaints. Okay, that is one scenario. Or when you become one of the profit center, you are generating revenue for the company. At least you will have a chance to meet your CEO once a month because there's a sales meeting. And you can say, hey, this month we are contributing 50% of your total top line or bottom line. And we want to incentivize or reward our team going overseas to Hokkaido, to Japan, instead of in the inbound call center, service center. Oh, we achieve our target, let's have an afternoon tea. So it's two very totally different perspective, I would say. So now, if you are ready to step up to contribute more to your organization, be bold, take up more revenue target, and I'm sure you will find a way to deliver it.
Okay, Chapman. But I mean that we in some training I advise my participant that we can only report the service level FCR to management. We need to tell them how contact center can contribute about the what is the customer who is segmentation and looks like, and what is the value added that can drive to the customer. So is it the idea that you are offering for this one?
I would say there will be a lot of other contribution from the contact center to the organization, like exporting the talents. So
I
the
see.
talents have very good CX sense, customer centric. Also, a lot of VOC analytics or insight derived from all those conversations. But I would say the CEO would love to hear you're helping them to generate 10%, 20% of the profit. So I still think that that is the difference. Sorry, Park. I think
I think Pak Andi has frozen.
yeah.
Pak Andi is back.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. The internet is yeah. Okay.
I
At
would
least
say sales training is a little bit different from servicing training, because
yeah,
inbound, we just sit here to get ready to answer all different types of questions.
I
But
see.
selling, we know which product we are going to sell, and we just focus specifically for certain products that you want to sell. So the training requirement will be a little bit shorter, but a little bit more in-depth. But again, selling skill is how persistent or how customer-centric you can deliver. I think that
I
is that dimension of training that we need.
So we already have two major training that needed a mindset from Celine and sales training from Chapman. Yeah, we need to drive that one. Beside that, we need to good to analyze the voice of customer. Yeah. So any other strategy that you are thinking beside this kind of selling?
Any other kind of strategy? I'm going to, while I think about it, there is a question from Tupa. So we should maybe address his question first.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that at least this continue asking question actually, yeah.
Or at least make comment.
Yeah, make comment about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so don't worry. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Alice, about that.
Yeah. So there's a question from Tumpak. Pak
Oh,
Tumpak. Yeah.
Tupac. Oh, yeah. Let me. I don't have it here. Oh, maybe because I dropped the line. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Maybe Datin can help you to recapture the question.
No, he put up his hand, so
Oh, okay.
mm.
Yeah, Pak Tumpak, go ahead.
Ya, Pak Andi, thank you.
Thank you. Silakan.
Okay, the question is, in terms of the technology and contact center, is there any mandatory that should be implemented in our system? As you mentioned that some of the technology or new technology, such as AI or analytic, that will be give the benefit for us to do the analytic of the incoming call and how the trend of the call and how we do the following up or reporting for the all of those incoming. So so can you mention again, is there any technology that should be mandatory in our contact center technology?
Okay, thank you. We we just discussed in the first stages of this about the EI analytical. Yeah. So maybe Celine,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
you you want to sell the BPO?
No, not just a BO. I want to sell the technology, actually. Yeah. Actually, knowledge base, Pak Tumpa, is very important, and also the CRM. Yeah. So this normally, if you can link it, this will provide a lot of power for the agents to be able to address all your customers' calls, activities, transactions, chats. Yeah. And then, of course, if you can connect that to your chatbot, all the general FAQs will be answered automatically. Yeah. And then to the agents when it comes to the agents. So CRM, knowledge base. For me, from all the projects and clients that I've seen, this is the very, very important. And from here, when things are recorded, when activities are recorded, transactions are recorded, you then are able to do a lot of analysis with AI, okay, to look at the trends that's happening, the feedback that's happening, maybe identify certain highlights of certain products where things are just not working, number one, or even the contact center, how we're handling, it's not working. Yeah.
Mm.
And then we can use that to change because, hey, no, nothing is perfect. Even AI is not perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. And we need this kind of information to change. That's what I've observed. Maybe.
And yeah, of course, using this technology, you need people to run behind. Yeah,
Mm,
CRM, you need to have data analytical people, and knowledge management, you need the chatbot trainer or knowledge base trainer, subject expert matter to do that. Yeah.
yes. Yes.
So,
Correct.
what do you think these people requirement in the contact center now? Chapman, maybe you want to add?
I totally agree with Celine. Knowledge base, CRM, very important. A good omni-channel platform is almost a must right now because
Yeah.
voice is not the only way we communicate, right?
Yeah.
Like a chat, WhatsApp, Line. We need to capture all those contact history into one data source. So I think that is also very important. And I think the people skill, hi Andy, you just mentioned.
Yeah.
My challenge to my call center is the high turnover is because of retirement. So
Getting
Wow.
old? Is getting
yeah,
old? People getting old or
getting
this?
old, getting old.
I see.
So, but we want to hire more people that is not, if not Gen Z, but young people.
Yeah,
So it's a total different management style we need to
I see.
deliver. So I still learning on that, but I would say the previous approach, like the big brother
Yeah,
monitoring everything
yeah,
in the contact center, may not match our candidates' expectation.
I see.
So we need to think out of the box. We
I see.
may need to think more flexibility in terms of their work.
I see.
So I don't have a clue. I don't have the solution right now. But
Yeah,
I think I need to learn. I need to learn how to deal with the new gen and make them working here happily. And then they will deliver automatically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, in ICCA, because I'm working with all my team with younger, they using the AI to capture anything. So many creativity activity that they want to do, and we just give them flexibility to do what they want to do. Yeah. So yeah, because in ICCA we have opportunity to do that. Yeah. Okay, back to Celine regarding this.
Mm,
Yeah. Hopefully this already answered Tompak question because uh, beside AI, we're already talking analytical, CRM, knowledge management, of course, this one. And how do you find people to help you? Yeah, to run that kind of technology. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you?
So you're right, just now I think Kenneth also mentioned the talent in the
Yeah,
technology part is actually quite lacking, right? So so so
difficult.
Yeah, so actually what we do is we work with in Malaysia, Contact Center Association of Malaysia works with MDEC, yeah, the Digital Technology Malaysia side to encourage the universities here, to encourage incentives to develop talent in the technology. Unfortunately, yeah, the
Yeah,
development will take some time, correct? So we
yeah,
don't not have immediately, but we try to also encourage the local talent who's already here, who already have this knowledge to stay in Malaysia.
yeah. Otherwise, they move to Singapore. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also true. What
Yeah,
either move to
yeah,
Singapore
yeah.
or they move to the US or
Uh,
somewhere else. Yeah, maybe in the
yeah,
US not so much anymore.
yeah.
But yeah.
I got news from LinkedIn that Malaysian people asking three three-quarter payment of Singapore so they can back to Singapore, Malaysia.
No comment. But
No, yeah, but it's challenge for BPO. If you pay too higher, it's cost. Yeah, maybe
I,
they want to move to Philippines or Vietnam now. So how?
actually talking about Vietnam, it is actually an upcoming BPO area, and the talent, the technology talent there is actually very good. Yeah.
Yeah,
And not
hardworking, hardworking as well. Hardworking.
and they're hardworking,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So we found that because we have a center in Vietnam as well. And the cost is lower. The talent is there. The hardworking is there. So yeah, and I suppose the advantage that we have is that we have many sites, so we are able to provide this kind of technology sharing with each other. The talent we even have in China, and China has got a lot of
I see.
talent in AI. So we are able to look at it this way from our side. Yeah. FWD would be the same, right, Chapman?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, Chapman.
For insurance, because we usually need a license, so it's more
Like,
difficult to do it offshore. It's hard, but I would say, as Pak Andy asked, how we can get good talent to help
yeah,
us to manage
yeah,
our operation, our team. I would say the young people right now, when I ask them a questions, they quickly come back with a very good answer. And at the end, I know they use Copilot, they use the ChatGPT to give me a lot of good information. And then we collectively to understand the information and then derive insights from those information so that we can take action on that.
I
So
see.
I would say it will be a good mix of the team that having some experienced people like me that we can digest, understand the information, and
Yeah,
then try to put something on ground that we can work it out.
I
So
see.
yeah, the teamwork will be important, I would say. If we just focus on our peers, then we will miss out something. We'll miss the benefit of those technology.
Is it good ideas for a man association within Asia Pacific to have like standardized what is standardized knowledge competencies, yeah, about contact center, so we can moving forward to exchange the expertise among Asia Pacific. What do you think, Malaysia and Hong Kong?
Mm.
Either
Mm,
or we exchange expertise between all countries, yeah.
Mm.
yeah,
Philippines,
I think the sharing,
Yes.
the case study sharing will be a very, very good opportunities for different user
yeah,
to understand whether this piece of good practice is applicable, and this
I,
piece of uh, uh, for example, we don't have the scale in Hong Kong,
yeah,
but we
I,
can have a scale in China.
yeah,
So those best practice may be applicable 60-70%
Mm.
yeah,
to the others, but still we need to customize, or we still need to localize.
yeah,
Yes.
So sharing will always be beneficial to our
yeah,
members, to our association members. Yeah.
yeah. Because different culture, yeah, different yeah, different country, different culture, different customer preference and so on.
Mm.
Celine, you want to add on?
Yeah, I think it's definitely good. Yeah, sharing is caring anyway, right, Chapman? And doing this is already so good. Yeah, and we need to continue to be able to do that benchmarking, sharing. But it's not just benchmarking. Yeah, we
Mm.
do benchmarking, and then we need to say what are the solutions to the
Yeah,
challenges? How are we doing it? So a lot of people just do this company does it very well, this country does it well this way,
yeah,
but how do we achieve it? I
yeah,
feel that is even more important. And I think a lot of companies may not want to be very truthful or open with how they want to do it, because hey, it's all competition, right? You know,
Yeah.
yeah. But I've learned that sometimes sharing, we learn a lot. You don't have to collude. Yeah, collusion sometimes, of course, it's not right. But when we share information, why not, right? You know, it's a big market, especially like in BPO and in I will use Contact Center Association of Malaysia as a example. Yeah, a lot of us are competitors. You know, our chairman is our president is from TeleDirect, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
TCX, sorry. I'm the deputy president. I'm from a competitor, Transcosmos. We have InTouch as our exco as well. But you know, we work so well and we don't
Yeah.
share pricing, we don't share that kind of competition. We are very professional, but we share information about how practices are done, what are the trends now, you know, what
Yeah.
are clients doing. And the same, we have banking, we have insurance companies, and they're all competitors as well. But we
Yeah.
share, and it's so nice. And the same with CCA Pack, if we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Sure. Thank you for the idea. Yeah, I think this is starting of the leader talk. We are trying to why we trying to do this because we want to have more best practice case study exchange others among Asia Pacific, and I think the supporting from other countries will be helping to communicate about this. Yeah. And you are the first to be in this year.
Thank you
Uh,
for your kind invitation.
Yes.
yeah,
Terima
yeah,
We're very
kasih.
honored, right, Chairman?
yeah.
Yes, yes, I always
Okay,
enjoy.
yeah. I try my best actually to be moderator because you know my English is not as good as you are. But
No, no, you
I
do
think it's
well.
time. It's time almost 3 o'clock. So we offering question from participant. If not, we want to summarize.
Okay.
Or, yeah. I think there is no question from others. Yeah, yeah.
No questions?
Okay. Before summary from Celine and Chapman, I let participant know that this activity leaders talk is open to all the within Asia Pacific. It's not only the association leader, but also from vendors, yeah, technology vendors, BPO. We are inviting you to join our monthly event. So next month we will have another topic. We'll continue this event regularly every month. We already have a speaker for next month. I think next following March could be you can join us. Let us know any topic specific that you need to be we are talking about as a leader. Yeah, and we are welcome about all the feedback from Asia Pacific. So the date for the next month will be, let me check. I think next month will be on the 28th, end of February. Yeah. So we will have another. The topic will be published later on. So let's have summarize this discussion. Actually, I have a note here that the technology, AI, analytical, CRM, knowledge base become the player, and data about the instruction, data about the profile of customer need to be combined all together. People need to be motivated, mindset, training, giving incentive. Yeah, incentive is a key player. And synergize with all others become the key factor as well. And buy-in by CEO become, of course, we need to promote contact center as a profit center. Yeah, otherwise it's difficult to get approval of the budget. Celine, you want to summarize your point of view and tips for participant? Go ahead.
I think Pak Andi, you summarized everything already lah.
No, lah. Maybe you
Okay.
want to add more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for me, the summary and to make a really successful, profitable contact center, it's the people. Yeah, it's all about the people. And yes, it's about technology, but how we combine this both, how we change the mindset of people, how we use technology wisely. Yeah, we don't rush into it. We make sure we implement and say that, okay, there's a timeline to it. We analyze properly. And by the way, yeah, because of technology, we are able to gather a lot of data. But do you notice that not everybody knows how to use the data wisely?
Yeah.
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 What to
That's true.
waste? Yeah. So I find that the tip is use the data wisely, manage the people wisely, okay, and be wise yourself when
Yeah.
doing all this. Yeah.
Yeah. But don't forget to train them.
Oh, yes, of
Train
course. Develop them. Yes.
Develop the people.
Yes.
Yeah. But sometimes when you develop them, they leave.
You know what, Pak Andi is
Yeah.
okay because you feel proud. I've got a lot of team members where I'm so proud of them. They're not with me, but they've been with me so long, but they've left for one reason or the other. And I'm so proud of them. And it's okay because you
Okay.
know what?
Yeah.
You have had something to do with it. So
I
that's good.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you win the heart of them? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Chapman, give us the tips and others. Yeah.
Thank
Summarize.
you. Thank you. I would say most of our call center people are very good in people management, no doubt. So, and it happens because of the technology now become more available. So we have a lot of new things, new technology, new approach to learn. So I hope you enjoy the learning. And then once you kind of understand those benefit of using those technology, try to do or revisit your customer journey, no
Mm.
matter it's the servicing journey or the sales journey. Then you can easily see how these two can come across to each other. And then you will find opportunities to generate revenue. At the very beginning, it may not be a profit. You need to
Mm.
invest because
Yeah.
you will generate revenue, may not be able to cover your costs. But eventually, when you scale up, then you become a profit center.
I
And
see.
then you help your team, you help your department to become more significant in your
I,
organization. Enjoy the journey and
I,
enjoy the incentive going to Japan.
I note two things from both of you is don't rush.
Mm. Yes.
That yeah, you need to be patient to the journey of the process to scale up, develop people,
Yes.
technology cannot be too rush about implementation. Need to be ana analytical, yeah, about them. This is good or not, and
Yeah.
moving forward.
You-
Okay.
It needs
Ah,
time to grow and develop and be
yeah,
profitable. Yes.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Anyway, thank you very much for this small discussion. Hopefully, help community to thinking about the how to profitable about the contact center. And of course, this is small contribution to the community of contact center Asia Pacific. Hopefully, we can sustain to moving forward, make contribution to practitioner of contact center. Thank you, Chapman. Thank you,
Thank you.
Celine, for the
Terima
time.
kasih.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Pak.
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
bye.
Can
Thank
we
you,
take a photo
everyone.
Thank
together?
you.
Can we
Thank you.
take a photo together? Yeah. Okay. Right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us. See you next
Bye.
month
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
for
The next
another
talk.
discussion.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.